what are the transferable skills that you brought from your expertise into this new founded venture?
This question Emanuel made was asked in different ways by colleagues, friends, even my family. They said, a mentor, after having worked all your life in negotiations, conducting professional negotiations on behalf of big corporations, after having worked in supply chain, a very technical job, I realized ultimately I was a leader. And even leading my own career to where I've always dreamt, living Romania, a beautiful country, but still evolving and emerging, and living my, childhood dream of traveling all over the world, having international friends, and also having this international career, being able to, to own my career and my life. So I was so successful internationally doing these technical jobs because I think I had something I was born with, a passion for people and for growing people, for motivating people, for growing high-performing teams. But also I realized actually it gives me a cutting edge as a mentor to dial in my technical skills and negotiating with ourselves every single day. Being a professional negotiator, being a supply chain, knowing what it takes to be very, to firefight, to create immediate solutions, to bring critical products, to import the critical products, very good at forecasting. So all these technical skills, actually, they are my competitive advantage and technical skills that I bring into my mentorship.
So you mentioned something about negotiation with ourselves. What does that look like? How do we negotiate it on the daily basis? How do we identify what's most important to short-term and long-term success?
Some people would say you don't have to negotiate with yourself, but I truly believe that we are born, even from childhood, as kids, to negotiate and to use emotional negotiation to get the toys we want. So we are born to negotiate since childhood. What it takes to negotiate with ourselves, it takes courage, but also it takes discipline. It takes courage because courage will take you to your best version of yourself. It takes courage to grow because you need to go outside of your comfort zone. So courage comes with overcoming obstacles. It takes a lot of discipline because you need to be disciplined. I love fitness and I negotiate with myself. Not all the time I'm in a good mood. I know fitness gives me, many benefits, but I negotiate with myself to stay disciplined, but because disciplines, constant and small steps will take me to where I want to be in, fitness-wise. That's why it's so important negotiating with ourselves. Yeah.
Absolutely. Iteration, baby steps, always compounds those elements of success. And that's really how I identify my growth nowadays. It's really the iteration. It's really applying these technical terms and processes that are established in these large corporations, such as the Kaizen method, which is the process of continuous improvement in the tech world. But now I apply that to myself. It's taking steps forward. And it's okay to take a step back and rest a little so that we can take those leaps of 5 steps so that we can, step into that accelerated path like you mentioned.
And this is where I transfer my knowledge as a negotiator, as a former negotiator, to mentorship. It's called best alternative to negotiate to a negotiated agreement, or BATNA. One of the most famous professor at Harvard University, this approach, BATNA, what's your BATNA? Best alternative to a negotiated agreement, Emanuel, is when no matter what the circumstance is, we need to have several options on the table. The best, the least acceptable, And, in the middle, what am I ready to conceive or to, to give up? What are my non-negotiable, So when you go into a salary negotiation, when you go to negotiate, with yourself, should I start this healthy program to lose weight? Come up with lots of variables in order to, to be successful, because by having lots of options on the table, you will be ready, you will not be surprised, and you will win by having so many options.